The WHO's One Health plan is billed as a comprehensive way to respond to global health threats, such as the COVID-19 pandemic. But is there more to it than that? NTD's Daniel Monnaghan speaks with intelligence analyst Brian O'Shea.
One Health is defined by the World Health Organization as an integrated, unifying approach to balance and optimize the health of people, animals, and the environment. But intelligence analyst Brian O'Shea says its mission has changed over the last 20 years.
It's been morphing into this almost like a Trojan horse to bring in a whole new form of governance across all the member countries. Not only lays out your approach to health as a country, but it also lays out how you should invest your money, how you should raise your food, how you should use your land.
O'Shea says One Health is the governance that is built into the pandemic treaty at the WHO, which will be voted on next year. That treaty would unify the response of the U.S. and other countries during a health emergency. O'Shea is wary of what he sees as China's outsized influence in the WHO.
Dr. Tedros, the director of the WHO, can simply snap his fingers, say there's a global health emergency or a new pandemic, and everyone falls under the treaty, they get locked down, whatever he wants, but you fall under these One Health rules, which again are at the core of the pandemic treaty.
The pandemic treaty also contains guidelines for combating so-called false or misleading information during a disease outbreak. One Health facilities already exist throughout the U.S. O'Shea says if a pandemic is declared, such institutions would activate like sleeper agents and start following the One Health initiatives. According to O'Shea, one serious danger lies in One Health's control over biosafety level 4 laboratories. He wonders how people would know if a future pandemic is real or not when control of the labs would be subjugated to One Health. The intelligence analyst believes that this is all part of a Chinese Communist Party plan, alluding to a book written in 1999 by two Chinese army colonels called Unrestricted Warfare. The book says that everything is a battlefield and everyone is a target and describes unconventional tactics to hobble an enemy.
Illicit narcotic warfare. Flood a country with a highly addictive, illegal narcotic that will overwhelm their public health system. Well, fentanyl, the two main ingredients, come from Wuhan.
O'Shea says another such tactic is to create four enemies for your enemy or employ cultural warfare,
where you convince a country's youth or their very impressionable population to hate their country. More of the hating America, trying to change the history, tearing down the statues, tearing down the history. I mean, this is all right out of the not only the unrestricted warfare handbook, but also out of the Cultural Revolution that happened in China in the 60s and the early 70s.
O'Shea says it's communities that make a nation strong. He is calling on people to get off their computers and to go out and form bonds with their neighbors. The intelligence analyst says patriotism is one of the key elements of security and national defense, and that a people committed to defend what is theirs is tough to conquer. Daniel Monnaghan, NTD News.